What if someone made a huge family summer camp? What would it be like? Could a camp teach family skills that have been lost for decades? What family skills am I talking about? Well, that's my video today. I was working on another video last night, got a little bit sidetracked, and it wasn't quite coming out right. So today I had a subject that was on the back burner, and I said, what if somebody made a massive summer camp that the entire family can go, have a good time, and they can benefit from it? Well, I said, well, what kind of summer camp would we want to make? Well, number one, it would have to be a very large campus, kind of like a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout camp. And each site would have a cabin, kind of like a KOA style cabin. You could be able to have up to 6 family members there, and there should be 2 sand pits right next to the cabin so they can pitch a tent, just in case you have a very large family. And then right smack in the middle, there'll be a huge lodge, a huge dining hall, so people can be able to meet. And then you'd have the big parade grounds where you can be able to go and do the flag ceremony in the morning if they want to. And then you'd have options for the family. The family could be able to go into the lodge and have all 3 meals cooked. The mom doesn't have to worry about cooking a single thing all week. Or you could choose to be able to have your meals at camp. And it'd still be the menu. It'd be a good camp menu. And, well, after you check in, they'll bring up the big camping box. The big camping box will have your frying pans, your Dutch ovens, your griddles, everything that you need to be able to cook all week. Of course, you're going to have to make sure dishes are done. And then every time that a meal is ready, it'd be like breakfast and dinner. I pretty much would say lunch would be basically a boxed lunch or a small cafeteria style lunch down at the dining hall. That makes things a bit easier for the family, just in case a class, which I'll be talking about in a few minutes, runs over. So now we have lunch taken care of, breakfast and dinner. If you're choosing to cook, they'll bring the menu items up. You'll have the option when you first check in of what kind of meals that you want. They'll give you the menu for each day, and then you'll get your food box every day at mealtime. So that kind of makes things two different ways. Or either you can take a vacation from cooking and cleaning, or you can be able to go into camp and cook together as a family. Which we already know the mom or dad will probably do most of the cooking, so I don't think that'll be a popular option. Then you have a family that's trying to save money, so they have the option of going into town and bringing all the equipment. But no RVs, you have to stay in the cabin. That's one big thing that I would say with this particular summer camp. You can't bring an RV, and you can't bring a camper. However, you can have a tent. There will be several tent sites along the property, and you can be able to stay in the tent. Me personally, I would like to have the cabins because you could be able to have a little bit of electricity and then kind of stay up late at night if you wanted to. So that's your living facilities for the entire week or 2. Now, what I was talking about with the summer camp being a week or 2, I would like to have the option for the second week as well. Now, off to the big side, away from the lodge, you're going to have a massive lake. This lake is going to have a big place for swimming. So you can be able to so mom and baby can be able to go and do their swimming in the swimming hole. Swimming lessons for all ages, including competition swim lessons. Now, the waterfront is always a popular place for a lot of people to go and learn swimming. But the waterfront is a popular place for people to go fishing. So you can be able to send the kids off to go and learn how to fish. Or even dad, if you've never fished before, or not even fly fished, or even wants to just learn how to tie flies. They go down to the event center and they learn how to tie flies and they learn how to fish. But the only thing is, most of the fish is going to be either catch and release, or catch and we'll teach you how to cook it. So once you catch your fish, then you bring it in, and then you go over and you learn how to pan fry, which a lot of people do not know how to properly pan fry a fish. Or you can barbecue the fish, or we can be able to bake it in the Dutch oven. They'll teach you all about the seasoning and what goes with it. If you choose to do that, more than likely that will be your lunch. Now, the lunch at the event center is basically going to be a sandwich, some chips, and then some extra trail mix and some energy, basically energy snacks to get you until dinner. So, of course, you got about a 6-hour jump until dinner time. Your breakfast is pretty much going to be like between 7 and 9, and between 9 and noon, you really don't have much time. And then your big jump from noon until 6. So lunch is going to be an important day to make sure that you have your nutrition. So let me get back on subject with the waterfront. So you end up with your fishing at your waterfront, and then they teach snorkeling. They'll teach how to rowboat, how to sailboating, and then of course in the afternoon after lunch, of course it's going to be skiing, jet skiing, and maybe that dolphin thing that you'd be able to go up with the water, with the water jet shooting you out of the water. And then of course you have open swim. So the waterfront is going to be full of fun activities that everybody in the family can be able to do. So now let's take it a step further. And you're going to have your daycare facilities, so you'll be able to drop off between 1 and 4 to a specific daycare facility to watch after the kids for the day. Mom can be able to go and enjoy her activities, and then she can come back and pick up her kids. Same thing with Dad. They can go out and they can be able to learn new skills and do different things. You have kids from about 4 to 8, and they can be able to go into a learning environment, which will be something similar to like Head Start. That'll give them a week full of fun learning activities that they can be able to actually advance in school. Along with some swimming, some tag, some recess games, and of course maybe a few movies and some storytelling. That'll give them a chance to be able to develop and grow, and it'll be extremely fun for them, as well as some arts and crafts. Now once we get into between 8 and 18, that's a bigger subject matter. So you can have different types of classes that's good for all these ages, which you end up with rock climbing, BMX biking, skateboarding, said rock climbing, how to make a YouTube video, how to edit a video, how to make Roblox games, how to dance, how to weld, how to build something with wood, how to carve something out of wood, how to do first aid, how to do archery, bow and arrow. Now maybe pew-pews might not be too big into this, but maybe two. I mean, teaching pew-pew safety is a really big deal, but in this day and age, we don't know if that's going to be able to happen. But let's just say we're going to have that range out there. So you're going to have that range out there, and then you're going to also have probably sports conditioning. I would like to see sports conditioning because that would be fun for anybody from 8 to 65 to be able to go out and just learn how to improve whatever sport that they like to play. And then you also have your weight training. That's probably one of the most popular things. If I ended up going to a family summer camp when I was about 12 or 13 years old, I would probably have a class at the weight training center. So once you finish up at the weight training center, you can easily go over to the art center. The art center, you can learn how to paint, play with clay, do pottery, even learn how to do a diamond painting, make bracelets. It's something for everybody. You go into the wood shop, you learn you can work with the power tools and learn how to make toys. Make a baseball bat. You make the baseball bat, you go over to sports conditioning, and you can try out your bat and see if it works. It's a win-win situation. You have lapidary, which you'll be able to take and do all kinds of fun things with rocks. You'll have welding, which you'll be able to weld two pieces of metal together and make some kind of something out of that. Then you have your basic home maintenance, which is anywhere from changing an outlet to changing a socket to replacing that dangling light out on the outside of your house. Or even just as simple as fixing a clogged sink, replacing a dishwasher. Basic home maintenance that could save you a fortune, or even just as simple as changing your water heater. Of course, if it's electric. If it's gas, you pretty much need somebody else that can be able to take care of that because, well, you don't want to blow up your house. So, you have your basic home maintenance, all the skills that you need for basic home maintenance. You could also have a class for landscaping, which is really simple. Camp will save a fortune from it because the landscaping, they keep the camp looking good. Now, one of the biggest skills right now that is disappearing is auto maintenance. I can guarantee you, if I lined up 100 people and said, hey, that tire's got a flat, can you go change it? Probably would say 20 people out of 100 would say sure. And out of that 20 people, I would say 10 would take an hour to change that tire. Then I would say out of that 10 left, they could change it in a normal amount of time. Some will struggle, some will just say it's done. Changing the oil. What type of oil do you need? Changing a burnt out light bulb. Basic things that you need to be able to keep your car running properly. So this is the type of summer camp that I would say would probably be one of the biggest summer camps ever. Because you also can throw in things like teaching somebody how to brew their own beer, make their own wine. It's just simple stuff. Basic auto body. Give enough different types of skills where people can go out there and explore. Maybe dad's getting kind of burned out at his job. His wife is doing really good. The kids are almost out of school and they decide to do the camp. Well, dad's going around and he's learning all these different skills. And all of a sudden he falls in love with just landscaping. So he spends the rest of the week learning all about it. Then he could take this little class on starting your own business. And this is the type of stuff that a lot of people don't have a lot of time for. But then you have your vacation. So you fill your whole day up with fun field activities until about 3 or 4 o'clock. Everybody breaks off into camp, or goes to the flag, or goes and washes up and gets ready to go to the dining hall and have dinner. Now once dinner is done, then that's family time. Dining hall is cleaned up and the board games come out. It's family game night. Cool. You can play family games until the lights go out, probably midnight. If you still want to play games, you take a game back up to your cabin and you bring it back in the morning. No big deal. Or, like most families like to have, is a big old campfire with s'mores. Go up and you enjoy a big old campfire, have s'mores, and sing Kumbaya until the cows come home. So that's the type of summer camp that a lot of people would love to see, but nobody's ever built. Because nobody knows what everybody's going to want. And a week or 2 week vacation filled with activities that you can be able to do that you've never done before would be amazing. If you had 2 weeks to learn anything that you wanted to learn, crocheting, knitting, playing tennis, playing basketball, that sort of thing, or how to be able to run a distance run, or how to swim better, or how to fish with your son, or nature watching, or plant identification, or learning different types of rocks, or just as simple as sitting down at a table with a family member and say, hey, can I teach you how to play chess? And the chance that your family could be able to work together and have a vacation like no other family has ever had may just be one of the greatest vacations ever. And then, of course, you got to top off the last day with a little bit of family competition. Where you're going out and you have a challenge course that you're going to go down, and you have a family yell that you're going to make, sis boom ba, day family, rah, rah, rah. You make your own flag for a family flag. The list goes on. And it finishes off a memory. So, that's my video for today. I just wanted to, this was a fun one. This was one that I could be able to just take my brain and just go through all kinds of different ideas that I've ever had for like a family camp. And just throw it into a video. So, if you like a video like this, let me know in the comment section below. What kind of an event would you like if you were at a big family camp with your children, just to where you'd be able to go and do whatever you wanted to be able to do, or learn whatever you wanted to learn. So, drop that in the comment section below and let me know. I'd love to do a part 2 on this at a future date. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Till next time, keep on walking.